Hi there, students. To overreach, meaning to reach too far, to try to get something that is too far away from you. So if you're on a ladder, don't overreach, because if you overreach on a ladder, you could fall over, or even the whole ladder could fall over. And then we can use this metaphorically to mean to try to do more than is possible. So, for example, a company can overreach itself by borrowing too much money. Yeah, it's overestimating its ability. It's trying to do too much. It's overdoing it. So, if you overreach yourself, you fail because you try to achieve or you try to spend more than you can manage. So if you buy a house, you're going to need a mortgage, but you need a reasonable balance between the amount of money that you put down as a deposit and the mortgage. If the mortgage is too big and you can't pay it back, then you have overreached. When when things are going well and you're very successful, it's easy to overreach yourself, to go too far. Companies that overreach themselves end up in debt or in serious problems. So it's trying to go that bit extra, that bit too far, which is actually more than you can. And very often, if you overreach, it's probably not going to be a problem because things are good. But if things get bad and you've overreached, then you are in trouble. To overreach, to do more than your authority allows. So to overreach your authority, to overreach your powers. So I believe the council has overreached its powers by implementing this new local income tax. The police overreached their authority by searching this place without a warrant. Okay, so this is the act of doing more than your authority allows, going too far. The law is there to stop people overreaching their powers. If you regulate a system, that's probably not a bad thing. But if there is regulatory overreach, then that is a problem, that the regulations go too far. Claiming more than you can is overreach as well. Now, there's actually quite an interesting meaning of overreach with horses. When the back foot of a horse hits the front foot of the horse as it's running, that is called overreach, and this is an injury caused to the horse's front foot because the back foot reaches too far and it hits. Okay, so the horse was in the lead when he suffered an overreach and the horse was injured. But to overreach, to try to do more than you can, to go too far, to go over the top. You're trying to do too much. So don't go too far and overreach yourself. To defeat oneself by trying to get or gain too much. It's almost this is the idea of being greedy and going too far. Is putting more food on your plate than you can eat because you think you're going to be able to eat it. But to overreach, to fail at something because you're trying to do more than you really are able to do. So he overreached himself and lost a lot of money. The company overreached itself and couldn't pay back its debts. In when times get bad, the people who have the worst losses are those who overreach themselves. They go too far. They attempt to gain too much. They attempt too much at the same time. You can overreach yourself, particularly to fail because you're too eager. You think you're too clever. Um, Okay, so companies that overreach find themselves in financial problems. Um, did we overreach when investing in this project? Okay, so is to overreach. Um, if you if you're trying to be too clever, that's very often when you overreach yourself. Okay, so to overreach, to reach too far for something, to go too far, and then to normally cause your downfall. So this comes from Middle English, overreach, overextend, which is, it comes from over and reach. Reach comes from Proto-Germanic, like Jana, to reach. So overreach.